Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where I had a comment, or actually a couple of comments, regarding our next expansion plans and how we should target the last holy site for the Miaphysite faith. And I agree with this. Our final location is Dwim, right up over here, and if I can actually hop into proper religious map mode, there we go. We can see that this is a holy site here. Now, this is within the de jure kingdom of Armenia, which we do have access to. However, this does create logistical issues. First off, this is going to be a pretty big extension, or almost an enclave, like a peninsula of our borders into the Byzantines, if we go directly for Armenia. So I'm not sure that I want to go directly for Armenia. We might grab Al Jazeera first. But there are, as I said, logistical issues here. Specifically, the Byzantines' troop strength is located here and here, right? In Italy and in Thrace, essentially. That's where the bulk of their troops are. At least when they're put down. Now, when we were fighting them over here, it was fine. We were coming from here, they were coming from here, we had roughly the same distance to travel to get there, and we were able to first strike quite easily with our retinue. Over here, it's going to be different. These are going to be harder wars if we're going to expand in this region. I don't necessarily think that we shouldn't expand over here. It's just, we're going to have to be aware that we're going to be pretty reliant on vassal levies getting around here before we can get our own levies up over here. And then, as far as attacking over here goes, that's for some free war score. That's basically right out, because we'd have to cross the Aztec Empire, which is something we could do. There aren't any such things as restricted borders in Crusader Kings. So we could, in theory, send some troops from over in this region to attack Iberia in that scenario. But first and foremost, we are going to absolutely need to get our retinue marched all the way over if we're going to do this. And I do think it's worth doing. So we're going to do it, but it'll take some time to prepare. That said, we were waiting for the Aztecs to become a little more powerful anyway, so I think it's fine. We can create a kingdom of Transoxania. And I will create that kingdom title. Okay, so who should hold this? Duke of Catal? Okay, what does the de jure kingdom here look like? Okay, what is the de jure capital of the kingdom of Transoxania? Here. This duchess, however, is Queen of Africa, and I don't want her to get the second kingdom title here, so we will go ahead and grant this duke the title King of Transoxania. Okay. There we go. There's that sorted. Fantastic. So, of course, our retinue are making their way over, and it will take them some time to get there. We will have access to a fair number of vassal troops in this region that will, in theory, give us some level of parity with the Byzantines. So that's definitely going to be interesting. I mean, if we can take over their holdings over here, this land isn't as good as taking Iberia or Italy. But it's something, I guess. And we can still great conquest the Byzantines for now. Now, I do think that our first great conquest against them over here should probably be for Armenia. We do already hold a title in Armenia, which is interesting. And this here is considered part of Armenia. This is considered Syria. Okay. Can we grab the Sultanate of Syria? Let's see here. De jure, Muhalabid Sultanate is at war. Okay, fair enough. Well, we definitely need to wait for a little bit. Are we truced to the Byzantines right now? I believe we are. Yeah, 4 years. So we can't go to war with them anyway, at least not without being a truce breaker. Also, it was announced since I recorded the last episode that Crusader Kings 3 is coming out on September 1st. That's a ways in the future, but this it kind of depends on how timing plays out and the reception of that game as to whether we are going to continue playing Crusader Kings 2 by that point. Of course, this playthrough will be probably well beyond Europa at that point. So, there's that. But I don't know if we're going to be playing another game of Crusader Kings 2 or not. It kind of depends on how 3 plays out. Will I miss Crusader Kings 2? Again, it depends on how Crusader Kings 3 plays out. I'm not making any commitment to switching to Crusader Kings 3 or staying with Crusader Kings 2 for right now. What do you want? Sure, go for it. And then he joined a defensive pact against me. What a jerk. What a jerk. All I have to say about that is, how rude. So our tech is slowly spreading. We'll go ahead and get this keep built over here. Excellent. Just double checking that we haven't had additional tech spread, and we shouldn't in our capital. That's not how tech works. Excellent. So yeah, I do very much like the plan of grabbing Armenia. I think that that is a good idea. Of course, once our army gets up over here, let's check supply limits. 32k? Yeah. 32k will be fine. And well, if we grab Armenia, is that going to... Yeah, actually, that'll put both of these as no longer enclaves. I like it. I like it a lot. Of course, Europe is just generally a mess. We'll deal with Europe later. Not too concerned about Europe. But grabbing Armenia would be great for us. Oh, we can rank up. There we go. The city of Paris has fallen under the cruel yoke of the Aztecs. Oh my. So the Aztecs are still relatively weak, really. Like, compared to us, the Aztecs are quite weak. Well, we can't attack them because of our threat, because they're not strong enough to not be in defensive pacts. It feels like the Aztecs are supposed to be a little stronger than this. Like, in terms of relative to us when they attack. It feels like they're supposed to be just this overwhelming, unstoppable force, but they're kind of significantly weaker than us. Which is slightly awkward. We are doing very well this game, of course. This is going exceptionally well, I would argue. Okay, our retinues are now in position and are fully reinforced. Of course, we're not able to declare war on these guys for a while yet, because we are still truced to them until 1265. So still another about 2.5 years. Really, you don't say. Okay. Well, we'll get our steward researching economy tech. There we go. Penance, huh? Yeah, I guess we could do penance. Excellent. So, what's going on over here? Is Arabia getting pushed into by our vassals? Knights Hospitaller. Kufa. Doesn't really look like it. Okay. So I think our very next war is in fact going to be for Armenia. I really like that plan. Especially if the Byzantines get embroiled in a big war between now and then. Perhaps with the Aztecs, although they just gave up against the Aztecs earlier, which, I mean, sure, I guess. Civil War for Gavelkind. I like it. So, I mean, the thing is, the Byzantines are more powerful than the Aztecs are. But they just gave it up. Probably because they were going to lose it to us. I mean, I don't think the AI actually thinks that way, but it was a genius move by the AI. I'm not going to dispute that. This really stymied us. Now this guy, he joined the defensive pact against us. We'll have to deal with him later. Or is he in a war? No, he is not. The Aztecs are just kind of wandering around. Oh yeah, the African Great Holy War for Maghreb. With their 0 troops, I believe? Oh, he has 2,000 troops. That's better than most African Great Holy Wars. Excellent. So we can get a court physician. There we go. The papacy isn't doing so well. They're down to 3 counties over here. So that's exciting for them, I'm sure. Excellent. We succeeded our... Ooh, and we converted. Fantastic. We'll have our patriarch over here now. We're now honest as well. So we'll be able to upgrade to Stavrophoros pretty soon. We're only 28, so that's going pretty well. And we will continue obligating the vassal, as I normally do. Let's check in on our castles here quick. They seem to be going reasonably well. This one can go ahead and get upgraded. And these are, of course, all going to be the same. Can we perhaps upgrade our hospitals here? Monophysite uprising. Where are you? There's Monophysites? I mean, this isn't our problem. Our retinue is in the region, though, so I guess we might as well. We've got time before we're going to declare our next war. There's 1 Monophysite county. Okay. Well, we're going to eliminate these Monophysites. They must no longer exist. Okay, yeah, go do whatever it is you gotta do. What focus are we on? We're on Gruminair family focus. Okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah, these guys don't want to fight our retinue. I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to fight that retinue. It's pretty spooky. Especially with the Jerusalemite army here. Okay, we're going to go back up over there, and we have successfully killed some Monophysites. Fantastic. Can we get additional retinues? Surely not. No. We're nowhere near being able to get additional retinues. Well, that's fine. Like, our retinue army is very, very strong. Not as strong, of course, as our levy army, which is incredibly strong, or our vassal army, which is ridiculously strong. The Byzantines do have access to more troops than us by about 40,000. Their troops are much more spread out, though. We can focus our troops on Armenia better than they can focus their troops over in this area, I think. Because a lot of their troops are in Italy, right? This is 66,000 troops, and they'd have to march all the way over. A bunch are also in Iberia, which is also Italy. Okay, and this section up over here is... Hang on, under revolt? I don't think they're revolting against the overliege, though. Yeah, it's a civil war for Gavelkind. So we can't really utilize that. We do need a new marshal, and we'll put the Queen of Yemen in there. And we'll have her researching military tech. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I can't change it now for a little bit until September, but I should have had her training troops. Oh well. So as far as attack avenues go here, I mean, the thing about Armenia is this is pretty much all mountains. So as long as we get there before they do, we're in a very good tactical position attacking over here. Which is interesting. We've made small forays into this region before, but nothing that I'd really call an offensive. So that's going to definitely be interesting. I'm just going to go up to speed 5 until September because I want to move our marshal. Okay, there we go. Marshal is going to switch to trained troops. Fantastic. And tech-wise, we could grab a point of shipbuilding, I suppose. Our military tech is definitely lagging behind our economic and cultural tech. We may want to switch from family focus to war focus. Like that. And our son could actually be introduced to the realm. Okay, we'll see how terrible he is at it. And our truce is almost up. Okay, our heir is doing well so far. Go on a pilgrimage? Yeah, I can do that. Go on pilgrimage. As usual, we'll go to Jerusalem. Actually, we'll go to Antioch. It's a little bit further. So our truce is up at this point, and we can attack the Byzantine Empire at basically any time. Of course, we're going to have to wait till after we get back from our pilgrimage, because we have a regent right now. Of course I'll help you. Okay, there we go. You want the heir to the Kingdom of Germany to marry our courtier matrilineally. I don't see an issue with that. Unless... No. Okay, go ahead. That's fine. So I think we'll declare this war as soon as we get back from Antioch, which we just arrived at Antioch. Excellent. So we are at a military skill of 16 currently. Our regency is over. Let's check in on the Byzantines and just make sure that this is something we want to do. You're down to 158k troops available. They do have 2 suzerains under them. They have slightly more troops than us. But in theory... because of the terrain in the war goal, we should be okay, right? Now, as far as our invasion path goes, Do we just go directly through here, or do we hit this Syria area first? That's a good question. I think we send the retinue directly into the mountain regions. This is technically desert here, but every other tile in Armenia is mountains. This is a level 6.5 fort. And without vassal troops, there's no way that we're going to be able to assault that. I mean, it's a level 6.5, right? So we're not going to be able to assault it anyway. And that was this tile here. So the vassal troops could push up through here, while the retinues raced up here, and then they're in position to reinforce each other. In theory, that could work. So we want to do a great conquest of Armenia. And yeah, this is going to be a total enclave. Although we could just do Syria first. This is such a small one. We could do that very quickly in theory. And then that would open the door to Armenia after. Yes, I like this. So we'll go ahead and declare, and we'll move into Syria first, just to open the door to Armenia. And then we will go ahead and raise our vassal levies and our personal levies. All of the vassal levies over here will be attacking right up over here. And these guys are going to as well. All of these vassal levies down over this way, they are all going to come up over here to hold the Strait of Gibraltar, along with these troops that are over here. They're all going to head up to the Strait of Gibraltar, although apparently there's something we can siege here. Just a trade post. Okay, yeah, go for it. And then our personal troops, all of these guys, they are going to make their way up over here as well. Okay. So that's the plan. In we go. We want to grab this ASAP. And this will allow us to form the kingdom title, which would be very good for us as well. This is pretty broken up right now, and I'd like to free up some vassal limit. Now, we are not going to be able to assault these because they're too high of a fort level. That's okay. What is the supply limit here? 14.25k. Yeah, we should probably actually merge these and split in half. And send half of these troops up over this way. And these guys would then head to Edessa. Like this. At least in theory. Okay, let's check this front over here. It looks fine for now. These guys are going to make their way northward. These guys are going to make sure that they're making their way up over here. There we go. Okay, let's get in. They do have troops around over here, quite a few of them. This is a mountain tile, this is a mountain tile, this is a desert tile. So we're kind of shielded here, right? I'm going to have these guys come right up over here. Hello. Okay. This is fine. We'll allow these guys to come in. Let's make sure we have good leadership here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Good leadership. These guys are going to wander around over here. This is fine. We have more reinforcements on the way over here, and that should be sufficient reinforcements. So we'll continue our sieges. this siege just finished. We are not able to assault over here just yet until we bring in additional reinforcements. We have these guys on the way. This should clear this up. These guys are now locked in. As I said, these are going to be tougher battles. Okay, they are locked in. They have additional troops on the way. We're going to keep funneling troops in over here. Okay, they're locked in. This is a lot of enemy troops. I want you guys to retreat to us as soon as you can. Okay. So, they have some troops over this way. Where are we retreating to? There? Okay. We'll do something along the lines of that. Who's attacking these guys? I'm unsure. We'll do this. And yeah, I was afraid of that. Run away! I don't think we get out. Nope, we do not. Okay, we'll make our way over here as quick as we possibly can. We do have more troops on the way. They're retreating this way, that's fine. Okay, can we catch them? The answer is no, we cannot. Okay, that's fine. We're going to group this up, split in half. We're going to send these guys here. We're going to send these guys over here. So far, so good. We're doing okay in this war. Let's see, they have a mountain bonus there. Do we have leadership here? We have... yeah, we have leadership here. Perfect. They have more troops on the way. Okay, we're going to need to come reinforce. We need to get there. There we go. We got there. And now we've got a dangerous faction for increased council power. That's fine. Okay. What are their troop numbers like? 128k versus 82k. Yikes. Okay. So we'll go ahead and split this in half. And actually, I'm going to take this force back, since our morale is super duper low. And it's time to put a cut in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to continue fighting the Byzantines over here, but like I said, this is much harder to fight in this region. So you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.